Hi guys, it's Luis. I'm standing right in front of one of my paintings known as Time Traveler. Maybe go to my website if you want to see some of these paintings. But more importantly, I wanted to give you a sort of a quick update on the launching of my new channel on YouTube called DIY on Huixho's Circuit. So this is something new that I thought of doing, and I hope to basically within the next few 2-3 weeks is start to post some tutorials or just like random things more in the line of sort of maker type of videos that are informative, that I'll show you guys the materials that I'm using, what I'm doing, and how I'm applying this to the project. And basically, mostly of the things that I'll be doing, there'll be things that will be connected to the everyday type of work that I'd like to integrate into things like this particular painting, using different types of tools and so forth. But anyway, this is sort of an update on what I'm doing as to push more forward, this channel and get things ready and that sort of stuff. And I'm going to give you a little quick tour of my studio space here, and then tell you what I'm working on and things like that. So I'm going to flip this camera around and show you. This is where I was standing in front of. So in this basically small space, I forgot the square footage. It's not quite large, but it's actually quite lovely because I have an office up there I think I have like, if I'm not mistaken, like maybe 13-foot ceilings. So it's actually kind of like a vertical space. So I've been here maybe roughly, I want to say now 4 months, if I'm not mistaken, maybe more. And I've done stuff like basically get things off the floor, and because I have nice ceiling heights, I created some shelves like that one up there, and I've been toggling. If you guys know me from my other channel, the Luis channel, I did some videos where I was talking about this particular type of series that I'm working on. It's basically marker on vellum. This was this one here that's behind this material here. That was one of them that I did a video on, a long, boring video. I need to take and redo that video so it's not long and just too extensive on me, voicing away and just making it so it's more concise and to the point. And so I've been toggling between this particular piece here and trying to finish it, and also working on 3D parts. I recently picked up, about a few months back now, maybe a little under a month or two, I picked up a 3D printer. This one in particular, it's not that great. It's said to, give you some good quality prints, but there's a lot of tweaking in it, and we'll see. But I am looking to getting something more substantial, more in the 4,000 range or something like that. And then here I just basically have a Linux machine here, in which this is a Linux machine. I have it working so it communicates with the 3D printer, and I can get like a live feed, real time, as to what is being 3D printed and so forth. So some of the things that I'm 3D printing are things that need to be replaced in my shop, like this particular light fixture. I use these types of lighting because they're very bright, and I work with small, tedious components that need a lot of sort of, very ample bright light, something that maybe surgeons would use in an operating table. I take what I do very serious, and I'm when I first got into this shop, I installed and fabricated this retracting light that I can actually, retract it here, bring it down low to my bench. Every bench that I have here in my shop is modular. It's under a set of wheels. I can move them around. Like this shipping crate here is also on wheels. I can move them around to other parts. So basically, I don't lose functionality of my space. And back over here, I built another sort of bench. And this was also a shipping crate. Both that one there and this one here I got from a dear friend of mine who is an artist here also in Chicago. Goes by the name of John Himmelfarb. And so that's basically it. I'm setting this one up here as sort of an assembly line to do other projects, that require more tedious type of work, things where I'll need some tools that will be immediate, that will be hung here, and so forth. And that is basically it. This other area here will be more of an open area here where I will use it to construct other type of sculptures and whatnot. But I have more of a basic idea how I'll be using, my space. Artists basically in the beginning, before they get into a space, the sort of union and marriage between the space and the artist, we usually go for, what we're looking for or how big of the art will determine how much space we need. I don't know if that makes sense, but it's sort of the idea that, right now at this point, my work is not very large, but this here space is just, will just do. As far as, what I do in terms of my art. And you'll see more stuff as I get to more other projects. But that is basically it, guys. And so again, I think I wanted to mention that this is basically a sort of an update on what I'd like to do on YouTube, using YouTube as a platform and also as an exposure window to basically show what I'm doing to the rest of the world as a practicing artist. But in the same time, I think it's also possible to share, with the rest of the world in the community, maker community, and people of all general types if you're in a similar path and you want to sort of mimic or model as to what other artists or makers are doing, this is a wonderful time. And so that is basically the process or the idea that I have to do with this channel. Again, it's called DIY on Huixho's Circuit, and that's the name. And hopefully, if you are interested and you like what you see, subscribe, and there's more to come. Bye now.